this evening, and to introduce our first medal match of the evening, we've got Sheldon Franco-Rooks.
Well, good afternoon, Neil, and good afternoon to everyone home. And just before we get underway with that, this is quite a spot, Antalya.
Antalya, what a beautiful place. It's just absolutely wonderful. Couldn't be better.
Right, the opening contest, the bronze medal contest in the under 48 kilo category. Sarah Menezes, the former Olympic champion, she's up against Tamar Malka of Israel, the newcomer at under 48. The referee in the middle for this one is Sławomir Konachki of Poland.
Yeah, well, Sarah Menezes in her third Olympic build-up, and former Olympic champion, of course, at the under 48 kilograms in London, and she was untouchable at that particular time. I would say, and I can safely say, she is really finding it difficult in this third stage of her career, building up to these Olympic Games. But she's still here, she's still thereabouts, but she's fighting the very, very young, 17 years of age, Malka of Israel.
I saw Malka quite by accident at lunch. I went back to the hotel and she was there sitting with some friends. I'd never met her before. I just walked straight up to her and said, what a performance. She was beaming, you know, and the team were around her. They're just full of, you know, slapping her on the back and trying to prepare her for what is the biggest fight of her career to date.
Former Olympic champion, she's fighting, 17 years of age, doesn't get much better than that.
in your first ever IJF Judo World Tour event.
And I know that a lot of our Israeli friends, that's a Wazari there to Menezes there. I know that they're very disappointed because it was a bit of a controversial score that got her through or lost to the match in the semi-final. This, though, no controversy there. That was a really well executed Kochigari there from Menezes, and she goes a Wazari ahead. Two Wazaris finish the contest now, or an Ippon, of course. Ippon, the main aim of the game.
Lovely little bit of footwork there from Menezes, and she's really dangerous with that low left-sided Marotte Aggie as well. So there's lots for Malka to cope with, in not just all of the things that we spoke about in the beginning, you know, the things going around outside, but now that she's on the tatami.
Well, you know, you want 17 when you put them into senior competition. That's it. It's going to be all over. So she will have lost to the former Olympic champion there. But what I was going to say is that experience, you can have good experience or a bad experience. She has to take 5th place here in this tournament as a real good experience, because she was just a little bit unfortunate in that semi-final. And here she was fighting the former Olympic champion for 3rd place. And she's not happy there, is she, Menezes? She's not happy.
We were talking about that. Would she be happy with bronze? I think that those, rather than tears of sadness, absolute relief. She needed that on the paper, on the paperwork. You better not come away from here without a medal.
And well, you know, the other thing is you're always trying, when you're in the latter part of your career, you're always trying to regain the magic that you had, you know, especially if you were superior in the weight, which she was. And she's trying to get the coordination back, she's trying to get the determination back. You have a different situation at home. Everything about your life is different, and you're trying to recreate what won you the Olympic title. So anyway, we start, you know, with the accumulation of world ranking points very soon after the next Continental Championships, which are in a couple of weeks' time. For her, it will be the Pan American Championships. For us in Europe, of course, it's the European Championships, and then it's accumulation of points for qualification. Sorry.
Coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contest in the under 48 kilo category, called Kanda Centurk of Turkey, faces the number 1 seed here today, Marusa Stanger of Slovenia. It'll be Centurk in the white judogi, Stanger in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Veli-Matti Karinkanta of Finland.
Yeah, 2 bronze medal matches, and they will be followed by, well, I'm just looking up there, they'll be followed by the final, and that will happen in every one of the categories. We have 5 weight categories. We have 2 in the men's and 3 in the ladies on this first day of competition.
I know what threw you. I just looked up at the upcoming final, and I thought there's something wrong there.
Yes,
because Kelmendi's in the final, but it's a different Kelmendi. Yes. Really, I thought there's something wrong.
No, it did. It threw me just for a second here. Senturk then with the weight of her whole country here, because there are some red flags flying behind her, and she has the support, of course, of the home crowd.
Brought in a whole bunch of school children from Yolspjord Judo Club. They got the afternoon off to come and watch some of the judo here. Had the pleasure of going to that club to do a little session with the kids. Trouble on the arm here.
Senturk has the arm, and she's going for the Jujigatami. Can she get the submission here? Look at the determination on Stanger's face there. Just manages to pull the arm free. And that was applying pressure to the straight arm there, and the Slovenian coach, a sigh of relief.
Stanger is usually red hot on the ground herself. So having almost lost her arm there, look how she's turned that. They haven't stood up since then. She's gone straight into the attack on the ground. That's as if to say, okay, I know you fancy it on the ground, but guess what? So do I. It's the best answer, isn't it?
Yeah, so far then we've seen real good attacking judo, and we were talking earlier, weren't we, how important that is, just for them to come out, look for the ippon, as opposed, and the rules now are designed so that people are looking for the score and not the penalties. We have had it in the past that people can get accumulation of penalties in order to win major competitions, and of course the main aim is to throw on the back. We can win by a hold down for 20 seconds or arm lock or strangle for a submission. So Stangar trying with the Ashiwaza. Non stop attacking there from Stangar. And Senturk just fires back. They do want to know down there, don't they? They really fancy themselves down on the ground. Well, they say in standing that if you get caught with a technique, it's more than often it's your own technique that you get caught with. Groundwork's the same, you know. You just because you just go for it, and that's why.
Minute and a half left to go. No score and penalty free at the moment. Senturk and Stanger, second of the bronze medal contests.
It's extreme right to right here. There's no opposites. That means that the right foot is presented there as well. So temptation to either hook the foot that's forwards, but that can be dangerous as well. It can work against you.
Stanger just picked up the penalty for passivity. Maybe just deserving of that, but it's a good little battle.
Yeah, she seems to me to be they're both of them seem to be attacking. I mean, you can have a flurry of activity without attacking, but these two seem to be going for it. She's going to go again for this. She might get caught here, Senturk.
Just the left leg needs to come out. Didn't wrap the top up. Looking for the shimiwaza instead. And now lost that as well.
Well, this is not only an attacking match standing, is it? It's on the ground as well. It's straight to transitioning down to ground.
Untidy. That's what I'd call Stanger's work. Both standing and on the ground. There's plenty of activity, loads and loads of movement. Just hasn't been polished yet.
Yeah, we noticed that with some of the groundwork today, that opportunities lost because they didn't go through the process and the build-up for either the arm lock or the strangle. So it's really difficult to arm lock without the arm, difficult to strangle without the neck.
You know, this is well balanced here between the two. There's no real way to pick, you know, a winner just from what we've seen.
No, this has gone into golden score now, and the first 4 minutes has gone, and now in this part it can go as long as something like that happens there, and Center there gets the first medal for Turkey, and that was a Tom and Aggie stomach throw that took her over onto her side for a Wazali.
She'd flirted with that on a couple of occasions. I won't use that word again, by the way. But she had a couple of goes at the Tomo and Aggie, but they were generally to try and bring Stanger into the Newaza. That time it was a definite effort for a throw, and she ended up with the score.
Full commitment there from Center, and the crowd go mad. They love it, of course. Full support from her supporters out there. Just a sea of flags, and the smile on her face says it all.
Well, that's a bit of a save for the Turkish fans, because there's not going to be a huge amount of success for them today. It's a reasonably strong field that they've had to come up against, but this one is in the bag.
Well, I thought it was a good fight. They both went for it. They were both open with wanting to score. This was the Tom and Aggie here. Like you said, Sheldon, double-footed attack and determination there, because she was determined to take her over. And the score there, she landed on her side. The upper part of the body has to make contact first. And it was a nicely executed double-footed. Tom and Aggie wins the bronze medal. Well, I said it has to be first. It's just actually it just has to make contact. No particular order. But if the top part does make contact, if it's the side or the back, then it scores.
Wakanda Center takes that medal for Turkey. We come now to the final of the under 48 kilo category. Catarina Costa of Portugal faces Fiola Kelmendi of Kosovo. It's Costa in the white judogi, Kelmendi in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is Juan Camacho of Spain.
Well, there's a possibility of 3 gold medals for Kosovo in this first day of competition, which is unprecedented, really. Yeah, it is. And so we'll see how it goes. But Kelmendi's been on great form throughout the day, but so is Costa. So it should be a really good match. World rankings 43 for Costa, 76 world ranked Kelmendi, and it should be a really, really good match. First final of this first day. 5 finals in all. 5 different weight categories. 3 from the ladies and 2 from the men.
Costa's throwing skills, I think, are what she's going to, look to employ here. She's thrown really well today, and we'll have to see if Kelmendi can stand up to the barrage that she's about to unleash here. 2 attacks already.
You can get behind on attacks. You can just be off the pace. Approximately 35, 40 seconds. The referees will kind of stop it. If there's no attack whatsoever, they'll penalise for a Shido, and just to kick it all off, really, get everybody attacking. 4 attacks already to Costa, and now she has to do something, Kelmendi.
She's falling away from that Makikomi effort, but at least she managed to get one in.
Looking for the turnover here. She had a possible shimiwaza as well. So another one from Costa. Has to make sure that she gets good rotation from those very low drop Aggies. If you don't get rotation, you could be also penalised for a false attack, something that doesn't break balance. So very important that it does break balance, or you do break your opponent's balance.
Well, there's little doubt that Kelmendi's got some good training partners.
Well, we were talking, weren't we, just a little bit earlier about the Kosovan team and the quality that they have, that are roughly about the same weight category as well. They're all training together, and it's just working dividends for them. Small groups, often they produce at world and Olympic level, as well as the bigger groups. The countries like Japan, Russia have depth in categories. They have so much depth. But then the smaller groups that concentrate all their efforts on their athletes performing at a high level, they also work. So you have two different situations that both work.
Both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece. Costa for a slightly overly defensive posture a moment or so ago. That Koji worked for her earlier on. She missed there. Then she's gone back to the Aggie, finding it a little bit more difficult to, as Neil said, get that rotation, get into a good strong throwing position. She's in danger of looking like as though they're false attacks.
Well, it just takes one score, doesn't it, here? Kelmendi definitely behind on attacks, but one really good attack here to take Costa over, and it would change the whole contest. And she's capable of doing it. We know that. She's been scoring all the way through the day. She really can't afford another penalty, because that will mean that she would be in danger of being disqualified. So neither one of them. Well, there it is. It goes to Kelmendi. So now she knows the danger. Hopefully a little bit of an injection of pace.
Costa has been a little less expansive with her attacks this time round. You know, slightly more reluctant to go full out. Nerves, I suppose. Gold medal at stake.
She had quite a long run through, Kelmendi. Beat Renix in the first round. She beat Pavlenko of Russia in the second round, and Malka of Israel in that semi-final.
Costa was close with that little Marotti Seanagi. It was, interesting enough, it was on the right side there. Came right-sided for that one.
So just 20 seconds left in this first 4 minutes. 4-minute contest for ladies and for men. Exactly the same. Golden score, though, can take it and it can double it. Sometimes it can triple it as well if they're both attacking. It has been known to go into a 10 minutes with golden score. That's it. It's
Change
all
of
over.
direction.
Change of direction there, and Costa scores with a beautifully executed, I think it was a Kouchi, wasn't it, there? It took her backwards there,
back.
Flat on her back.
Marotte, the shape to begin with, got the reaction with Kelmendi resisting backwards, and in for the Kouchi to bring Kelmendi down. That is a good win for Costa.
The winner, the gold medal for 48 kilograms from Portugal, Costa.
Not even their number one, Costa.
No, I mean that really was. I mean, you could see the surprise on her face there, but to win a Grand Prix gold medal, big points.
Well, this year is her go-to year because she took a silver medal at the Agadir Grand Prix. That was a month or so ago, and now gold here. So both her Grand Prix medals have come within the last month.
Do you know, I just looking at this Seanagi here. She goes for the Seanagi. She was looking for the counter there for sure, Kelmendi.
Yeah, to pull her back.
Well, the thing is that no counters, of course. Can you go on your own back and use your own back to turn your opponent over? And the one that starts the technique, as long as they maintain a grip, they get the score. So
She's off her knees here, so she doesn't manage to get the koichi.
no, she doesn't quite.
All she does is just turn the direction of the hands from coming forward to pushing back. And she manages it, so there's the score. Katerina Costa, gold medal winner in the under 48 kilo category. Disappointment for Kelmendi, Fiola Kelmendi, that is. Right, we come now to the first of the bronze medal contest in the under 60 kilo category. Adonis Diaz of the United States of America faces Yerzhan Yerinkayov of Kazakhstan. It's Diaz in the white judogi, Yerinkayov in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Yevgeny Raklin of Russia.
Well, Diaz fighting for a medal here, and you said, didn't you, quite fancied him for a medal at this tournament just at the beginning of the day, and he's got his work cut out. But look, I'm just looking at the world rankings here. Look, 289 here. This man here,
Yerinkayov.
yes, Yerinkayov of Kazakhstan. So I mean, first time he's been out at a Grand Prix tournament, and here he is fighting for third place, so he won't want to let this go too easily.
We know just how strong Kazakhstan is in those lightweight categories, 60-66. He's got a wealth of talent, so Diaz got his hands full here.
Tries for the Tominagi sacrifice throws that take you on your own back. You do them a couple of times, and as I said earlier, that if you don't break the balance of your opponent, then you are liable for penalty. Dominating the grip of Yerinkayov. So I think it's definitely the Kazakh fighter that's going to get the penalty. He gets the Shido. Well, this will certainly be a good win for Diaz, because it is about qualification over the next 6 months. Everybody will be thinking about qualifying and thinking of the Olympic Games. Seemed so long ago, didn't it? I mean, but now here we are, we're nearly there. Oh, that was Yoko Tominagi again, and Diaz gets the Wazari for it. He must have landed on his side there. Be quite nice to have a name like Adonis, wouldn't it?
Adonis. This is his 8th Grand Prix, and Donny is yet to medal. He has been 5th once, so a similar position previously. I don't know if he led by Wazari with 2 minutes left to go in that contest, but that's the state of things at the moment.
Right, just got another 2 minutes to go, which is quite a long time, isn't it? When you're out there.
I love that, he's just got 2 minutes to go.
Just halfway through this contest. Ochigari this time. Yerinkayov.
He was close with that Yoko Tomoinagi. Is that what he caught him with the first time round?
Yes, that was the score. The score was from the same Tominagi.
He's gone back to it. Just managed to avoid going over, did the Kazakh fighter.
Just over a minute to hold on. can't hold on though. You've got to make sure that you attack as well. Can't just block out. Oh, nice Ouchi. Lands on his front this time. Yarenkopov has to get out of there. He needs to stand up.
Just a single penalty picked up by Diaz. He should be able to take it from here now if he just uses the right tactics. He avoids getting thrown. He can pick up one more penalty. It's Yarenkopov who picks up the penalty for passivity. That just goes to show you just how busy Diaz is, because it's the Kazakh fighter who should really be pressing things home now. He's the one who trails, but Diaz looks as though he's got this one now.
30 seconds still to go. Needs to keep his head up though. And he needs to leave that alone now. It's enough for that. Possibility that he could get penalised for false attack. Just gets away with it. 20 seconds left.
False attack penalty. Well, now he can't afford to do anything silly.
Well, neither one of them can they. One more penalty, and it doesn't matter if it's on the last second or not. And either one of them could lose by disqualification. Diaz winning. Needs to block out. And he's won it. He's got his first medal. And he looks kind of pleased about that.
Well, I've seen it happen with 4 seconds left on the clock. It didn't happen on this occasion. Adonis was able to hold on. Adonis Diaz of the United States of America, at the 8th time of asking, picks up his first ever IGF Judo World Tour medal. It's a bronze medal in the under 60 kilo category.
Well, he had to grind that one out, didn't he? But worth it in the end.
Number 27 in the world. He's going to have to chip away a little bit at a few spots to make sure that he's a little bit higher in order to secure qualification. He will, as far as the United States of America is concerned. He's their number one. Yoko Tomenagi just off on the right hand side there. That was nice. Oh, he was lucky to get that. Maybe this is a better view. Let's have a look. Right, we come now to the second of the bronze medal contests. It'll be Yang Yung-wei of Chinese Taipei. He's the next fighter we're going to see up. As I say, it's the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 60 kilo category. His opponent is Jagvaldorj Amabold of Mongolia. It'll be Yang in the white judogi, Jagvaldorj in blue. Here you go.
Well, again, high world rankings. We have seen quite a few of the 3s and 4s entering this competition, I think, because of the continental tournaments coming up. And good for them, because they're going to push their world rankings up, and that's what they want. And they want the experience, of course, of the competition. Yang Yung-wei coming in against Jagvaldorj of Mongolia.
Referee in the middle for this one is Amano Akiko of Japan. Refereed at the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. It's quite a while ago now.
It is.
Had London and Rio in between. They gave them these blue jackets and white trousers, and they end up looking like Smurfs. Sometimes
they'd appreciate that.
Sometimes the Olympic uniforms are quite smart, and that one.
Yeah. Oh no, I've had a couple of good ones.
Left a little bit to be desired.
So Jagvaraldoj in blue here. Beautiful seeing Aggie there. Now, did that start it off? Yang right the way underneath. Got to start soon. Jagvaraldoj hasn't attacked yet. This is another thing for me. I'd like to see that attacking in Newas are counted as valid attacks.
Absolutely.
See, that was a score. That was as much of a score there, I thought.
Especially if you end up almost taking someone's arm off, you know, and then you get up and you get a penalty for passivity. We had that case last week in Georgia, and Loretta Cusack and I were just, you know, talking about that, and they did cancel the Shido.
Well, they've that's seeing Aggie. Scores a Wazari.
Junior Asian champion, Yang. You don't win in Asia very easily. Countries that you have to be up against: Mongolia, Republic of Korea, Japan, China, the big ones.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, there's a good group of those.
No, and he's been fighting well here, really has. Yang that had to come through, he lost at the quarter-final stage, had to come through the repechage final. Kalipur of Iran he beat and qualified for this bronze medal match.
Half the contest gone. Yang leads by that single score. They've both picked up a penalty apiece.
And now he's starting to go to work. Jagvaraldoj attacking left-handed. Must have grabbed the legs there. You're not allowed to touch below the belt line. You're not allowed to touch while you're throwing in defence or to block. Now, did that go against the arm? That might have gone against his arm here. Sorisura Kamigoshi. Wouldn't mind seeing that from a different angle. The referee wants to see it as well. Oh, absolutely. That's Hansakamaki. He'll be disqualified for that. I'm sure that was badly executed. Sorisura Kamigoshi off the sleeve. Goes against the straight arm there. You're not allowed to throw with an arm lock on. And that was a silly way to throw it away, wasn't it? It really was. Well, he got the wrong arm there. I think it was the other one, wasn't it? Oh, no. He doesn't know what it's for, but absolutely, it was Hansakamaki. Yeah, Hansakamaki, and he attacked against... we're going to see back in slow motion now, and I'll try and explain what happens. We now can no longer throw with an arm lock applied, so you cannot put an arm lock on from a standing position and come in for a throw. And what happened there, so sometimes Sorisura Kamigoshi, which goes off the sleeve, there are ways of executing it that go underneath the arm pit as opposed to going against a straight arm. Now have a look at this. There he goes against a straight arm there. Shoulder absolutely presses against the straight arm. And there's nothing else that you can do there other than awarding a penalty, but it's a disqualification penalty there because it really is dangerous. And I think it would have meant for sure that he wouldn't have been able to carry on. So drops onto the knees there, executes against the arm, straight arm, and he's finished there, isn't he? He's just lying there. He didn't know what to do. So now the gold medal contest then. Papinashvili of Georgia here against Oguzov, and I think this is going to be an absolute cracker. Papinashvili, junior world champion. World rank 263 in the world, because this is one of his first. This is his first ever Grand Prix at senior level, but he's a junior world champion, and he's been magnificent all day, I have to say. Two big throwers are going to battle this one out, because Oguzov as well has been on good form all day. Oguzov also throwing big and right the way through his preliminary rounds. Well, they have two Papinashvilis. The other one, former world and Olympic medalist. European champion. He's not here, but their junior world champion is. Papinashvili in white here. Oguzov in blue. Looking for the Jujigatami. Nice Jujigatami roll there from Oguzov. Now he's going to look for the strangle, and can he get it? Looks like he's going to go onto the arm again. So he went onto the strangle first of all. Now he's onto the arm. This is coming out all over. And that really did look like man against boy, and he really looked superior there, Oguzov. Junior world champion could do nothing to stop him there. A really good change of pace, and he went for the shimiwaza, went for the strangle, changed it to the arm, and then, well, as soon as he changed, he had no chance of defense there. So Russia have a gold medal. Well, I always thought that we were going to see something special. This is what started it off. Jujigatami roll here. Papinashvili tries to defend it. Look at the change for the strangle here. Goes through for the kataha and then changes it back to the Jujigatami. As soon as he settled in there, you can see there, he's at the top of the lever, ready to lever it out there. Pressure against the wrist as well. And then just falls back onto the arm. Beautifully executed there from Oguzov. Medal ceremony of the ladies under 48 kilograms. Costa, Portugal gets the gold medal. Kelmende receives the silver, and bronzes go to Menezes and Centurk of Turkey.
We're lucky to have with us the president of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Marius Visa, to make the presentations, and it's a good lineup. If you look at those four there, okay, Center you could say was, you know, the surprise package, but the others on there, they've worked hard absolutely all day. We saw some good digging deep from Menezes. She needed to get that medal. Costa, she'd had such a blinding day, you couldn't hope for anything better for her, and she's topped the medal, topped the podium there. Kelmendi, first time into a Grand Prix medal situation, comes over the silver. They've all done well. And now the national anthem of Portugal. There's the winning quartet. It was actually the second time that Kelmendi had been in a final. Comes away with silver on this occasion. It was the second time that Costa had been in a final. Roles were reversed, however. Costa came away with the gold medal this time. Centurk and Menezes were the bronze medalists. Right, we've got the under 52 kilo category coming up next. Anja Stanger of Slovenia faces Bettina Temelkova of Israel. It's Stanger in the white judogi, Temelkova in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Roland Poiger of Austria.
Well, they've got very similar world rankings, these two. Stanger world rank 20 and Temelkova of Israel world rank 19, so not a lot between them. So you might ask, what difference does it make actually with your world rankings? What happens is that as we come up to the Olympic Games, your world rankings not only qualify you for better ranking in an event, the next event, but also then they can qualify you for the Olympic Games. And now we've got same amount actually, qualification for men and women at the next Olympic Games. Just the top 18, it's top 18, isn't it?
Yeah.
Top 18 qualify in every weight category, automatic qualification. One or two wild cards as well.
The background to the Hansokamake, by the way, with that for the Waki Gatami, was that the boy from Chinese Taipei was unaware of it. He saw it once on the replay and was, horrified, and ran over to the Mongolian to apologise, profusely, just, begging for his forgiveness. And the Mongolian was saying, it's okay, just happened.
Well, that's nice.
Such a nice touch.
Yeah, that was a nice.
He pushed past his coach. He saw it once, and he pushed past his coach to run over to the Mongolian and apologise.
Stanger there almost had that. Then that was she had a strangle on, and Temelkova just managed to slip her head out.
No score yet. Just a minute gone. Penalty free as well. Tamelkova is in a team that is just oozing, not confidence at the moment. There's something, of course, we know that they've got the Continental Union Championships coming up, so their focus is looking at that. But the Israeli team, just at the moment, they're on a real buzz. Everybody thinks that there's a medal in them.
Well, you know, and that's what they've done, isn't it? You know, and even some of the comments, you know, because the young 17-year-old, she's going to get this. This is going to go, oof, very, very close. Yeah, even the young 17-year-old that we saw, they were so disappointed about it. It went on to the media coverage. You know, they were up in arms about it because they believe she should have been there in the final, of course, but.
Another missed opportunity in Newaza there. You know, we are talking about players a lot lower down the IGF World Ranking list than, you know, outside the top 25, some of these. So it's not surprising that you're going to see, you know, slips here and there. But Tamelkova and Stanger should really have this sorted by now.
Well, that was a drop on top of her there. Stanger just dropped on top of Tamelkova, but you've got to have more direction with it to make it a technique. So the referees have been told to clamp up on that, make sure that just because you drop and somebody drops on top of you, if you can't name it as a technique, then you can't give it as a score. I quite like that, actually, and I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
And most Sakashis or counters are either Sumio Tosh or Ukio Tosh, and if you can't kind of put a direction to it, then how can we name it? I suppose we could just say Tewaza.
Yeah, I tend to go with that. Was that a counter? I think she claimed that.
Well, again, it was a counter, but she went onto her own back there, and I think that's what cost her the score.
20 odd seconds left to go. Stanger is going to dish out some disappointment to the Israeli team here. Really gutsy little performance.
So one score on the board there. Stanger now holding off, and you can see that she's in defensive mode here, just trying to hold off.
Well, Marusa Stanger may have missed out in the under 48 kilo category bronze medal contest, but a sister here, Anya Stanger, in the under 52 kilos makes up for that, to some degree anyway. And the Slovenians come away with a bronze medal.
Tamelkova will be disappointed, as will the Israeli team, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit up and down at the moment for Tamelkova. She can't string together a series of wins. It's not happening for her at the moment.
A little bit frustrating, like you just said there. Every one of them, when they come out, they're expecting, well, they know that they can get a medal. I think that's why they're having so much success. That was the controversial one, you could say. Almost looked as if it was could it have been, well, that was the Wazari, actually. Just having a look there. Sticky foot, Kouchi to Kosoto. So hand assisted, and it was a good score. So sticky foot Kouchi Gary there. My dear friend Jason Morris, always try to mention him when we see a sticky foot Kouchi or Ashiwaza. Just about to go in actually for a hip operation, so good luck with that, Jason. Hope it all goes well. Quick recovery, take the time with it.
Coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 52 kilo category. Pupreka of Hungary faces Gulbadam Babamuratova of Turkmenistan. That'll be Pup in the white judogi, Babamuratova in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Vladimir Nutsubidze of Georgia.
Well, ranked 16, Pup, and always there round about with the medal matches at these Grand Prix Grand Slams. Babamuratova, I think she, well, certainly looking at her world ranking here, 41. So I mean, it's not that low. But one of the few women from Turkmenistan to be up there fighting for a medal here at Grand Prix tournament. Here comes Pup. She's wearing white. Babamuratova is in blue. Seeing Aggie straight away there. Babamuratova straight into the attack. Well, Pup has to get onto the attacking because she's about 3 or 4 attacks down here.
Very powerful thrower, Babamuratova, for someone who's, not that big. She gets hold of you, you fly.
Pup doesn't really know what to do with her, does she? It's difficult because she's finding it difficult. Very awkward style. Like you say, a big thrower as well. If you don't attack full tilt, then you're going to get countered. And that's the penalty. Pup has to just up the ante a little bit.
It was coming for a while, wasn't it?
Against the arm there. You're not allowed to do that. She went directly against that arm then, Sheldon.
I can't see any rushing around. Normally
No, I can't either.
it's accompanied by, that kind of technique is accompanied by a bit of rushing around to try and say, hey, let's have another look at this, but no, not on this occasion.
So she gets away with it. Not allowed to attack a straight arm, remember. Wow, this could go either way. Every major technique coming from Babamuratova. And now the counter. Oh, stayed there too long, didn't she, for one thing. She came in, I mean, very determined, but Pup just waited and just tipped up. So Koshiguruma Sakeshi and a bit of inexperience there. Coach is being told to be quiet while they're fighting, not allowed to coach while they're actually fighting.
Yeah, there are plenty of opportunities when mate is called for the coach to get in a few choice words. Oh, almost turned it on.
Yeah, it was almost the same, wasn't it, there? Big Uchimata there from Pup. But Muratova almost counters her. Is she on the arm there? Pup might be on the arm.
Yep. Looks as though she's had to tap out.
Nice Juji Gatami there from Pup. Fell into that. We'll have a look at it. Slow motion, see if we can talk you through it.
Bronze medal for Hungary. Rosemary Gisela Vega.
Very unusual style of a Muratova. But Pup just waited. Here she just sticks that little bit too long, doesn't she? Gets taken over with the Sakeshi there. Good head control from Pup. Pup, look how she readjusts her balance in a second. She readjusts, and look at that right arm there. Pushes, directs, and she directs her onto her back for a Wazari score. This is what led into the Juji Gatami here. Look at the arm there. It was right on the arm, and she just takes the wrist. So she tries the Uchimata. Counter-attack there doesn't quite pay off, and the arm there, as she's starting to turn out onto her front, she takes the arm, and Juji Gatami's a great opportune transition from standing down to ground. A little bit of leverage on that straight arm, and a bronze medal for Pup.
Next up is the final of the under 52 kilo category. Distria Krasniki of Kosovo faces Chelsea Giles of Great Britain. It's Krasniki in the white judogi, Giles in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is Friedrich Anna-Maria of Hungary.
Certainly Chelsea Giles has had the most amazing day in her first ever Grand Prix senior final. And she's got her work cut out. Distria Krasniki taken over the mantle in Kelmendi's absence. Kelmendi, of course, the Olympic and world champion, has been injured. She's had an operation, and so the world number 5 steps in. And just a comment that you made a little bit earlier, Sheldon, that Krasniki seems stronger when Kelmendi isn't in the mix there, and she's just getting stronger and stronger every contest that I see her in.
I think even just around, there have been times when Kelmendi has been around but not fighting, and it still hasn't helped Krasniki. I think she's much better when she's completely off the scene. Yeah.
Well, I agree with you, and I think that Chelsea Giles realises that she's got her work cut out. She's just got to try and keep the pace up. Strong grips all the time. Nothing to lose here. It's already done better than she's ever done. She did 2 hands off that. Did you see that? She just clicked her opponent's hand on with 2 hands there. Got away with it. Oh, Sodagari! And the arm was up. I think that that was no score. But I thought the elbow was out there. She gets the Wazari for it, though.
You may have a look at that.
Yeah. Right. Well, so if your elbow is out and the side doesn't hit the ground first, then it can be no score. And I thought that the elbow of Chelsea Giles was out.
Yeah. So they're going to review that now.
I think they will. I might look at it from the other side as well. Are we going to see the other side?
They may have seen enough.
Well, the top table, and there it is. It comes off. Working with these supervisors, good thing. So Krasniki very close there to scoring, but Giles just managed to get the elbow out, prevented the score.
First minute gone. Scoreless at this point, and penalty free as well.
Judo to Giles. She'll have to pick up the pace. Oh, Sodagari again. Good defence there. Giles just manages to turn out again.
Coming under a bit of pressure here. She can't manage to be first. Nikki always seems to be in there first. The first thing that Giles has to do is to deal with the strong grip, and then by that time Krasniki is ready to launch an attack.
Yeah, it's being able to attack. You know, when we were talking, saying that it's easier, isn't it, for us just to go, well, you need to attack. But sometimes if you've got somebody there that's hitting you like at 100 miles an hour and on a regular basis, it's difficult to attack. Oh, she's
yes,
counted her now.
caught. Yep.
Does she get a Wazari for that?
Yeah.
Not sure where Krasniki landed on that one.
Well, that was a good shout for a counter there.
Yeah, we didn't quite see where they landed, did we? The poor vision from where we are.
Oh, she's ducked underneath there.
That's definite score there. So Wazari for Krasniki.
Yeah.
Well, I don't quite know what happened there. Chelsea Giles just went lost concentration for a second.
So did Krasniki. She looked up at the control table. During the Osaiwaza.
Well, that's right. It was something that Krasniki doesn't normally do. She should have just carried on into the Newaza and kept it. Chelsea Giles still in this.
Come back here.
Yeah, she could.
Especially if Krasniki is not that strong at the back end of the contest. And she's picked up a penalty.
To the last minute of this final. Krasniki looking for the turnover. She's going to climb again. She'll go again. Can she pull her over? We've seen her do this a couple of times already today. Ties up the middle section, and then the force of the turn makes you turn over onto your back. Didn't quite happen there though. Chelsea Giles of Great Britain does well to avoid the hold down.
"25 seconds left to go. It's not over yet."
No, credit to Chelsea Giles because she's been going forward all the time here. Krasniki, world number 5, and she's been destroying everybody else, and not here, and not so with Chelsea Giles.
Yeah, Krasniki picked up a second penalty there. Ducked underneath. Can't afford another one.
Big pressure here from Giles. See an Aggie, that's it. It's going to be all over.
Walked onto it, but one could expect that with only 8 seconds left. Had to come forward, and that was what Krasniki took advantage of.
Wazari Owazeti-Ipon finishes the contest, and just 7 seconds left on that clock. I have to say though, what a well-deserved silver medal that was for Chelsea Giles. She'll be absolutely delighted with that.
She had to work hard for it in the end.
Osodagari led into the hold down. You were right there, Sheldon. She had the hold down, and then, well, I think she thought it was all over, but it wasn't all over. It was just a Wazari scored, but it was enough in the end. That and the second Wazari here, Wazari Owazeti-Ipon. Drop C and Aggie it was, finished it all off. Drives off those back legs.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 60 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the head refereeing director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Jan Schneiders. The first of the bronze medals goes to Jakvaldoj Amabold of Mongolia. There's bronze medal 2 for Adonis Diaz of the United States of America. Silver medal goes to Jaba Parfenashvili of Georgia. But the gold medal goes to Albert Ogazov of Russia.
Well, a great performance from Papinashvili all the way through. I've got to say, the junior world champion, but he got absolutely taken apart here by much stronger, physically stronger Ogazov of Russia. Nice Jujigatami, started it off, switched it to the strangle, and then back to the arm to finish the whole contest off. Great performance and a well-deserved gold medal from Ogazov.
Now the national anthem of Russia. Jakvaldoj and Diaz were the bronze medalists. Papinashvili picked up the silver, but it was Ogazov who took the gold. Coming up next, the first of the bronze medals in the under 66 kilo category. Kylian Lebluch of France faces Sinan Sandal of Turkey. It'll be Lebluch in the white judogi, Sandal in blue. The referee in the middle for this one will be Ramzidin Saidov of Uzbekistan.
Well, I said at the beginning of the day that I thought Sandal would be the big medal hope for Turkey, and he's here fighting yet again for a medal. Very experienced fighter. Showed that all the way through actually with his performances. A lot of the stuff winning on just tactical play really. He's got great judo as well. Here he is. Great reception on the way out, as you'd expect. There's the crowd. Already one bronze medal, Turkish contingent, and now a chance in the men's as well. Lebluch getting better and better, I think, and hasn't had the best of days, I've got to say, but here he is again fighting for a medal. Lebluch in white, representing France. Watch for Sandal and how he plays the edge here. He'll back up people towards the edge, hoping for a mistake. And we said that a little bit earlier in the day that it's got to be a bit careful because you're taking a 50-50 chance there. It looks to me as if he's strapped up as well, Sandal. A little bit injured maybe.
Yeah, that was that rib injury that he got. Was Ari on the board?
Well, I thought that was Ari as well. It was something that Lebluch just seemed to fall into, and then Harai Makikomi just sneaks a Wazari there.
Couldn't come up with the push. Good position in the beginning, but he couldn't come up with the finish.
Well, that score came in the first minute. Sandal, though, has some great techniques there. There's the edge play again from Sandal. And that there will be penalised with a Shido. False attack. So you can't attack and not take them with you. You've got to grip up at some stage. Sleeve, lapel, sleeve. Well, he doesn't get away with it. I don't know how he didn't get that. That also was a false attack. So Ashido does go on the board there to Lebluch. Sandal gets a penalty as well for blocking out or gripping up without intention, and I think that's one of the big words here. A key word is intention. If you've got any intention of throwing or following down to ground as well. A little bit too tactical. I think Sandal always there's the edge play again. trying to enforce errors all the time. So coming up to the last minute.
Second penalty picked up by LeBleu. He's got to try and maintain concentration here.
Well, I think quite rightly so as well. He wasn't doing anything and he was just resting on that one score, hoping that the seconds will tick away, but they don't go any faster. In fact, they go slower by 10 at least. It's where a minute can seem like an hour. So now Sandal's going to get a second penalty. All geared towards big attacks. Ouchigari! Oh, nice Ouchigari there from LeBleu, and she just takes him down. Big ippon to finish. Good finish, Sheldon.
I think, without being too disparaging to Sandal, I think he was finished as well. He just didn't have anything left in the tank, and he couldn't fight off that Ouchigari attack. You could also say that he was suffering from the rib injury, no doubt. You know, that played its part, but when LeBleu came in for that Ouchigari, Sandal went over. Yeah, so disappointment for the Turkish fan, but Sandal made it to a medal match. There is at least that compensation for him. There's some points as well for a fifth place finish, but it's Kylian Lebleu of France who takes away the bronze medal. Let's have a look at those highlights.
Well, I think that he will be happy with that medal. I'm just looking at him now, just walking off, and he's really very pleased about that. He's on the world tour, and that double Ouchi there just won him a really very important medal. Good change of direction. Look how he is the first stab, then a readjustment of balance there. Good control with the hands there on the upper part of the body, and certainly Sandal knew that it was all over. So now you can roll them as long as it lands fully on the back and with impetus. It's got to have all of those ingredients. It has to have power, it has to have momentum, it has to have control, and it has to have speed of entry as well.
Had all of those things, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. Right, we come now to the second bronze medal contest in the under 66 kilo category. Yildiz Jumakanov of Kazakhstan faces Ganbol Kerlen of Mongolia. It'll be Jumakanov in the white judogi, Ganbold in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Khalid Anwar Ali of Egypt. There he is. We spoke about him earlier on. He'll be getting ready for the Continental Union Championships in Africa soon. Good luck to him.
Jumakanov, who's going to come out, will be in white, and Ganbol did not have the best day, has he, really? It's not been the best one for him this tournament.
He normally stops to have a little bit of a chat, you know, hello, how are you, that kind of thing. But he walked past me in the corridor during the break, and he kind of sheepishly just bowed and nodded and went on his way. I think he was slightly embarrassed that he hadn't, lived up to top billing here, which he was at the start of the day. He came in as the number 1 seed. Anyway, he's still got a chance of taking a medal here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, you don't very often see him on bad form, and it's funny, he just didn't look out. He looked out of sorts at the beginning of the day. So we'll see how he does here. Normally a lot sharper. So Manonov will want to also win a very important medal. Below Siatoshi there, Makanov. Both on the sleeves there. They might both get penalised. Only one. So Makanov gets it. So Gambold just ahead here, and quick look at his coach there just to say, well, I think I've got this one under control, but I think he's trying to convince himself. I think one of the main points here, Sheldon, is that we have to be able to produce results even when we're on a bad day.
Those are the quality players that can do that.
Well, you never know, I mean, where they are in their training program either, because the training program can be taking a lot out of them. If they're working up to a particular event, they might not be training specifically for this event. Like we say, we've got all of the Continentals coming up, the Pan Americans, we've got the Asian Championships, we've got the European Championships, the Oceanias. They're all happening within the next couple of weeks, so they'll put more emphasis on there, I'm sure.
Needs to get his head up and out of there, Shumakanov. Uncomfortable when that gi comes up high around your neck and then eventually over your head.
Yeah, you don't see that often, do you? It's flopping, dropping. He's going to get a penalty for it as well. Left against right, Zumakanov left-handed, but drops right this time with the right C and Aggie. Gambold predominantly left. Makes such a difference if you've got left against right stance or right against left, but basically the left-handers have an easier job of it. They're more capable fighting right-handers. They have to train with a lot more righties than the other way round, so they tend to cope with opposites better. And as with all fighting sports, if you've got left to left or right to right, it can make it a totally different match. I think that was off the ground there, Zumakanov. 20 seconds left. Well, those attacks are poor, aren't they? He's not actually getting rotation on those attacks.
He also runs the risk of being countered. They're not strong. Oh, here's a chance. Missed out.
Somebody going to go? Are they going to go? Just needs to block out, actually. Oh, that was just on the bell there. Zumakanov decides to do a massive pick-up. So bronze medal to Gambold, but he had to get out the working boots there, didn't he? He really did. He was working all the way through that.
Just the single score to Gambold Kurland is enough to give him that bronze medal win against Shumakanov, Yeldos Shumakanov of Kazakhstan. We'll have some highlights and then we'll be back with the final of the under 66 kilo category. Stay with us.
Gambold of Mongolia just manages to just edge it, doesn't he? This little Kouchi there that he gets drive from, just good change of direction and coordination, not quite what he's used to, but it was a nice tewaza. He controlled it, didn't he, with the hands there, drives his opponent onto his side for the score. Nice change of direction, masters at it, the Mongolians.
Coming up next, the final of the under 66 kilo category. Denis Vieru of Moldavia faces Begorati Niniashvili of Georgia. It's Vieru in the white judogi, Niniashvili in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is Jean-Jacques Ruska of France.
Strong Georgian team in this tournament. They were very strong last week, of course, at their own tournament in Tbilisi, and here they are with a really strong, well, you could say their junior and second team here, and still chances of gold medals everywhere. Niniashvili here, world rank 63, Viru of Moldavia, 24 world ranked. Final then of the men's under 66 kilos category. Oh, that was, oh, it's going to be all over. Look at that. What a mistake that was. Viru there, big commitment into a technique. Niniashvili just drops into the hold down, and, well, it's all over before it even began. That was a massive mistake there by Viru. He really did go for it. I've got to say that it was a massive technique there, trying to get Niniashvili onto his back, but it backfired terribly there, fell into the hold down.
Only 19 years old, the Georgian, just puts his hands out and he says, I'll take that, thanks very much.
Well, for sure, that's his first Grand Prix gold medal.
Certainly is. It's his first Grand Prix.
first everything at this level, and what a performance that was. It really was.
Well, they send him out to Ekaterinburg last year for some unknown reason. He just gets turned there, doesn't he?
Well, he tried for the well, it twitched, a little bit of a twitch. Look how he goes in for the Taniotosh there, and great natural ability there. Put his hand down, just turned, rotated, and he was on top there, wasn't he, for the hold down. It was a really nice change of direction there, and as soon as he landed, well, I think he realised, whoops, I've made a mistake, and it was a big one.
Whoops.
It was. And Niniashvili, the youngster, just 19 years of age.
He's already got the Olympic rings tattooed on his chest, on his left breast. Expectations are huge for Niniashvili. Anyway, come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 52 kilo category. The medals are being presented by IJF Head Sport Director, Mr. Vladimir Barter. First of the bronze medals goes to Pubreka of Hungary. Anja Stanger of Slovenia collects her bronze medal. And there's a silver medal too for Chelsea Giles of Great Britain. But the gold medal goes to Distria Krasniki of Kosovo.
Yeah, what a good final it was. Chelsea Giles never gave up. She was going forwards all the time. But this second Wazari here from Krasniki was enough to finish the contest and win of the gold medal. She marches on, Krasniki. I don't know, I'm not quite sure yet whether her world ranking will change after the points have been accumulated here.
Yeah, I think there's sufficient enough points for her to move up a place. And now the national anthem of Kosovo. Pub and Stanger were the bronze medalist. Giles took the silver, but it was Krasniki who walked away with the gold medal. Coming up next, the last of the weight categories. Then we've got the under 57 kilo category. And the first of the bronze medal contests features Anna Righetti of Italy. She'll be up against Sabrina Filzmoser of Austria. It'll be Righetti in the white judogi and Filzmoser in blue. And with commentary on this, here is Neil Adams.
Well, Righetti coming in at 131 here, world rankings. Filzmoser, of course, well, you can look there, you can see that she is 37 years of age, Filzmoser, and still there fighting at the very highest level. Can she keep it going right the way up to the Olympic Games? 2 years, she'll be nearly 40. What an achievement that will be. Here she is. It's a Sabrina Fitzmoser, such determination, and she has good standing and she has good groundwork. She has good transition in.
The referee in the middle for this one is Nedim Bayat of Turkey.
Well, straight away, Fitzmoser just tries to break through the defensive posture there of Ricchetti. Ricchetti, arm stiff. She's not going to let anybody through, I don't think. I think probably Fitzmoser better on the ground. Straight away now, looking for the shimiwaza, looking for the strangle. Is she going to go onto the arm as well? She might just do. She has a turn that she does from this position here, Fitzmoser. This might just be it. Have a look at this now. She just needs to get that leg out. She'll come from either way. Doesn't matter whether her opponent goes off to the left or to the right, as long as she can get the leg out. Now, leg comes out. Readjustment of balance needed. And straight into the Osai Komi. Is she there yet? She's not quite there yet.
Called it now. She turned onto her front.
Oh, just manages to come out of it. She's going to go again on it. Now, referee must let it go on. He knows that it can finish the contest. As long as it's progressive, the referee will allow it. Another go here. One more. She'll change the direction here. And now they've gone outside the area. She'll still try and get that leg out. Oh, the referee has broken it. He stood them up. Good bit of groundwork. A lot of energy goes into groundwork exchanges like that.
Well, I think what we'll see here is after Righetti, if she puts in any attack, she'll be up on her feet as soon as possible. She's not going to want to spend any more time on the ground.
No, I think she realises that not the place to be really against Fitzmoser.
Well, there's another opportunity.
She wants the arm again, and then she'll come to this side of it, and then it's all about leverage. Mistake here from Ricchetti. Definitely she's playing with fire here.
Just going to try and push with her foot down onto the knee of Righetti to get the legs out of the way. That's done now.
Well, she's just got to readjust balance now. That leg will come out again, and then once she readjusts the balance, she'll come back up to readjust her body position. Watch this now. Can she get the leverage to come back up? Here she comes. Now she'll get the leg out again. Referee still allowing it to go on.
Absolutely. Just he knows it. Once that leg's out, then there's the Osai Waza. But yeah,
here it comes.
Yes.
She gets the Osai Komi.
That's it now. That's it.
Great bit of groundwork there from Fitzmoser. How persistent was she with that?
And there's only one way that is going to be called Osai Komi if he allows that to continue. Whatever happens now, he can say, I'm justified in having allowed that to continue because we can see what the result is. Good bit of refereeing.
It was a great bit of refereeing and really let that carry on and on and on. And it's exactly how it should have been.
There is only one argument that could be offered up against that. That will probably come from the Italians. You let it go on for too long. And the answer to that is, and look what happened when we did.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Your fighter got caught on the ground. That was the whole reason for allowing it. Good bit of work. Sabrina Fitzmoser of Austria ties up Miss Righetti in all sorts of knots on the ground there to take that bronze medal. Well, as Neil said earlier on, she's not going to mind us, saying that she's the oldest competitor in the field. No, there's no secret there, is there?
No, there's not. There's not. And another medal for Fitzmoser.
37 years old. "25 Grand Slams she's fought in. 25 Grand Slams.
Grand Slams or Grand
Yeah,
Prix?
I'm still adding up the Grand Prix. 28 Grand Prix.
She's done a few then. And medals?
2 gold, 4 silver, 4 bronze. We won't go into
5
the
bronze
rest
now.
of them. Yeah, and now a 5th.
Great performance there from Fitzmoser.
Coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contest in the under 57 kilo category. Mayan Greenberg of Israel faces Leilani Akiyama of the United States of America. It's Greenberg in the white judogi, Akiyama in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Cho Min-sun of the Republic of Korea.
And you're looking at the former Olympic and double world champion there in the middle. So she knows a little bit about how to perform at the highest level, you could say.
I introduced her to your daughter yesterday.
Yes,
And
fantastic.
there was a little bit of a giggle there when I said, "This is Neil Adams' daughter." She said, "Oh, Neil Adams, nice to meet you." And your daughter was looking at me to say, "Well, who's this?" I say, "Yeah, she's done a bit of judo herself."
Well, and at different weight categories as well, which
Yeah.
is remarkable.
Right, here we go. Greenberg in the white judogi, Akiyama in blue.
Well, for both of these fighters, it will be well-deserved medal here, and well needed as well. Their world rankings actually just 1 place apart. 119 for Greenberg, and Akiyama 118 world ranked. So this will absolutely change their world rankings after this. The winner. Reverse seeing Aggie here. That's going to be a Wazari. So Greenberg opens up the account. Another Israeli fighting for a medal. Uchimata from Akiyama. Good attacking judo from her. Is that across the face? I think probably across the face there from Greenberg. Another reverse Seanagi. This time Akiyama has it. Defends well against it. Uchimata Akiyama. Left-handed fighter.
Akiyama will go absolutely ballistic if she can medal here. Unlike the previous medalist, Sabrina Filzmerzer, who had won, we lost count of how many medals she'd won, in her 28 attempts. Leilani Akiyama is in her 21st Grand Prix and has yet to medal.
Well, that certainly will be a fantastic thing for her. It'll be the second US gold medalist as well here. But Greenberg almost getting the lift there for the Uranagi.
That is persistence for you.
Greenberg has a quick look at the clock. There's still plenty of time here into the second part of the contest. Certainly Akiyama not giving up on this. Tries a change of direction this time. Kouchi this time. Uchimata. Real determination here from Akiyama. That man doing great job here with the Israeli ladies team.
Yeah. It's the first time that he selected her to come to a Grand Prix. She's doing a good job.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
all over! Aggie in the end. And what a counter that was. Flat on her back there. Akiyama couldn't do anything about that. You say it's the first time she was been selected?
First Grand Prix, Antalya Grand Prix. And medals right away.
I think you're right, though, with the fact that they just really have a belief in amongst them that, you know, it should be me. Or if you've got one, I want one as well. I want a medal.
Well, Akiyama came close, but in the end, she got caught by Greenberg. She was caught once, and then at the end, they're really put away.
Well, I feel it. Certainly. Akiyama just went in a little bit too high there, didn't she? She paid the price. Arm was over, everything was set. She was going for the big score, and that's what can happen sometimes when you do. Overreached, balance wasn't very good. Greenway, though, just an adjustment of balance, and she directed her onto her back.
Well, we've got the final of the under 57 kilo category coming up shortly. It'll be Nora Zhakova of Kosovo to face Kim Jundi of the Republic of Korea. It'll be Zhakova in the white judogi and Kim in blue. Referee in the middle for this one is Veli-Matti Karinkanta of Finland. I wouldn't worry too much about the world rankings there. Zhakova is, I would say, slightly inflated given the fact that it's still, you know, pre-qualification, so she's got a few places up there that maybe make it look slightly flattering to her. Top 10, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
I
top
agree
10 in
with
the
you.
world.
Kim Jundi there.
And Kim Jundi has been off for a while, so she's down at 65. So it's really the other way round. Anyway, Neil.
Well, I agree with you, Sheldon, that Kim Jundi, I think...
Underrated.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't underrate this lady. She's going to be a real danger here. They're both going to go for it, I think, so that'll be a really exciting match. Last one, last fight on this first day of competition.
They're not dissimilar in stature and build, these two. Zhakova just maybe that little bit taller, that's all.
Well, they had 3 chances of gold medals. They've got a gold and a silver so far. Both just parrying each other's grips off there, and there's a good example that is of getting an early Shido, because just absolutely no intention of gripping up, and so he stops them early. It's up to 40 to 45 seconds, and so you can stop them a lot earlier if they're just negative.
Kim Jong-dee, known for her extreme left-sided stance, always causes problems. Can at times look very unattractive because it's so extreme.
Look at that sleeve yet again being pinned. Got to do something off it. Kim Jong-dee is the one that's pinning the sleeve, so she's got a straight left arm there, and if she's not careful, it was going to cost her.
And a little bit of a show there from Jakova saying, hey, look at that. And there is the penalty.
Yeah.
Second penalty picked up by Kim far too early in the contest. You can't have that and expect to be around at the end of the contest.
Well, no, and you can't expect to dominate the grip there without putting an attack in. Still very capable, though, of big throws. Look at that stance there from the Korean. Looking for the Uchimata all the time, looking for the way in. Well, I'd like to see a little bit more urgency from Kim. 2 scores, 2 penalties against her, should I say. One more and it will be all over. And now Jakova as well, just with the dominant grip, looking for that third penalty for her opponent.
She's got a nice Uchimata, Nora Jakova. Reasonable footwork, but I haven't seen any sign of that. I think she's also had a look at the clock and thought, hang on a minute here, if Kim doesn't really fancy this, I could just, do the same. She would take a third penalty. I could happily soak up a second, but the third penalty would be Han Sokamaki for the
it's all over
with the Ashiwaza. Nice Uchimata, nice Ashiwaza. Caught Kim beautifully there.
Well, that's second gold medal for Kosovo, and Jakova there, that sticky foot. Ashiwaza there, and she just takes the Korean flat on her back. And she had great control with the hands there. We're looking forward just to having a last look at that, just talk you through it and what was so good about it. Really good control there. Second gold medal to go with their silver, and that's been a good night and a good first day for Kosovo.
A 4th Grand Prix gold medal for Nora Jakova. We will have another look at that Ashiwaza, and then Neil will talk you through it.
It was all pretty even, wasn't it, up to this? Gripping was hard, and actually it was Kosoto into Kosoto Gak, I think. Takes the front leg first of all, and then goes on to the back leg. Didn't quite turn into Taniotoshi. Beautiful double-footed Ashiwaza though from Jakova, it really was. Look at the hands as well. Controller right the way down to the ground. One more look, different angle. It was an attack first of all by the Korean. She starts it off. Hooks in for an attempted Ouchi, but got punished. Really did get punished there. Sweeps the legs away, didn't she? And flat on her back for the Ippon.
Gave you a little hard nut at the end there, Jakova. She's won 3 back-to-back Grand Prix. She won in The Hague, she won in Tunis and Antalya. The last 3, actually the last 4 Grand Prix that she's entered, she's won. before.
It's a good performance,
Yeah.
and it shows consistency, doesn't it?
Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 66 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the IGF Education Director, Mr. Mohammed Maridja. The first of the bronze medals goes to Ganbol Kurlin of Mongolia. Kilian Lebluc of France also picks up his bronze medal. Denis Vieru is being presented with his silver medal now, but the gold medal goes to Bagrati Niniashvili of Georgia.
Yes, look how pleased he looks as well. He does. It looks as if, well, I didn't really expect that, but it was a great performance from Niniashvili. It really was. Big mistake in the final by Veru, and he really went for it. He went for that big, massive Kosoto there, but he got turned. Niniashvili just rotated on top of him, held him down, and there was no way he was going to get out. No way on earth.
And now the national anthem of Georgia. We'll have the family picture, as they call it. Then there'll be a picture just with the winning quartet. We'll then have some highlights, and then we'll be back with the last of the awarding ceremony. So stay with us for all of that. Right, I think we are ready down at the far end of the competition hall now. We've got the medalists about to take their places on the podium. The medals are going to be presented by IGF Sport Director, Mr. Armen Bagdasarov. First of the bronze medals goes to Mayan Greenberg of Israel. There's a bronze medal too there for Sabrina Filtmerzer of Austria. Silver medal goes to Kim Jun-dee of the Republic of Korea. The gold medal goes to Nora Jakova of Kosovo.
So great result there. Greenberg gets another medal for Israel. Fizmoza carries on her great results in this highest level of competition. Silver to Kim, but the gold medalist Jakova of Kosovo winning the second gold medal, but the third medal for Kosovo on this first day of competition. So after the first day of competition here, we've seen some great judo with some really big ippon scores. Great performance from Kosovo, who lead the medal table with Georgia, Russia, Portugal, each with a gold medal apiece. Looking forward to more of the same tomorrow. Until then, from Sheldon and I, it's goodbye for now.
Thank you. And now it's time for a family picture with the athletes and the VIPs. Thank you everybody for joining us today at the first day here in Antalya. We will see you tomorrow, the second day of the Grand Prix here, Turkey. Hanımefendiler, beyefendiler, katılımınız için teşekkür ederiz. Yarın Antalya Grand Prix olması için ikinci günde sizlerle tekrar buluşmayı istiyoruz. İyi akşamlar.
Oğlum sen şu kulaklığı takma. Kendi kulaklığınla çalış.
Senin bu kamerayı park yerine alacağız Nikki. Sabahki konuma alacağız senin şu kamerayı. Öyle mi? Burada durmayacak yani, sabah çekiliyor ya.